Okay, so let us test our APM, okay, portal. So we will access our hostname. So if our config is fine, okay, so we should see first login page from APM. Okay, then we will try to log in, and if it is successful we should get another login page from OVA. Okay, so let's check it. Okay, yeah, so this is the page from APM. Okay, so now, okay, this page is customizable. Okay, so that we will see later. Okay, how we can customize, how we can change the logos, or how we can change the footer message and all. Okay, so for now we will do just our APM test. Okay, so now let's enter username and password. Okay, okay, now after successful authentication we can see our login page from our OVA. Okay, so let's log into OVA. So check it, everything is fine. Yes, we can see the mailbox of the user. Okay, so our config is working fine. Okay, till now. So I'll show you one thing here. Okay, so let's go back to our F5. So once you log into APM, okay, F5 will create, F5 APM will create one session. Okay, so if you go to access overview, okay, now here you can see the sessions. Okay, so the latest one is this one. Okay, so now this is a session ID. Okay, okay, the user is nil. Okay, his IP address. Okay, and what he accessed, the vs that he accessed. Okay, the start time. Okay, so this information useful. Okay, to troubleshoot the things later. Okay, even if you click the session ID. Okay, so you will see some logs. Okay, like the user IP, the user agent header. Okay, then the username of the user. Okay, what is the result of the authentication. Okay, so these things are good for troubleshooting. Okay, if you have any issues. Okay, so now, so till now what we did is, we have configured vs, we have configured the APM, and we are able to log into our APM portal through our authentication, and we can access the resource. Okay, so now, we will do the single sign-on configuration here. Okay, so now why single sign-on? Okay, so if you saw, we are able to authenticate with AD for our APM, and then second time from our exchange again with AD. Okay, so why we need to do this authentication twice? Okay, so for simplicity we can have only a one time authentication. Okay, so once successful we can directly go to OVA. So for this, we can do one simple SSO form. Okay, so what it is, so whenever you log into our F5 APM, okay, so F5 APM will store your username and password in one different session variables. Okay, I'll show you here. Go to overview. Okay, so now if you see here variables, okay, view it. So now if you see here, the domain name is stored in this is the session ID for this particular session. Okay, so the domain name is stored in session.ad.last actual domain name. Okay, then you will see the username here. Okay, like the logon name, or you'll see the last logon name or the last username. Everywhere it is nil. Okay, so this information is stored in session variables in F5 APM. So with the help of this, okay, you can create one single sign-on form. Okay, and you can mention these variables on that form, so that F5 will use that form to post these credentials on OA. So you will not see second login page. Okay, it will be taken care by F5 APM. So let's do that config. Okay, and we will see how it is working. Okay, so for this we need to go to single sign-on. Okay, okay, we need to go to single sign-on, then we need to go to form based single sign-on. Okay, so we can create here. So name it OA SSO form. Okay, so already we got some templates here. Okay, so we have got, I guess, template for OA 2010. So our action is 2010. So let's select this. Okay, so now we need to mention the hostname here. Okay, so our hostname is mail.secops.tools.com. Okay, and finish it. So let's see the form. Okay, what things it has got. Okay, click again. Okay, so now if you see here, the username source is session.sso.token.last username. So if you saw the session variables earlier, okay, it was something different. There was no SSO. So what it is? So this is, we need to assign in the access policy. Okay, I'll show you where it is. Okay, so I'll note it here. Okay, so it is easy to understand. So our username was Neil. Okay, so F5APM, he stored this username in one of the session variable. Okay, you can check it here. View. Okay, so we'll see the last username. Okay, so where it was, Neil. Okay, so this is on. So F5APM stored this Neil username in the session variable. Okay, so now the value will be Neil. Okay, so now if you see in the SSO form, the session variable name is different. Okay, or the parameter name is different. Okay, let's go to SSO form, so which is ss session.ss.token.class username. So note it down here. Okay, so at the end we need this particular variable. Okay, and the value should be Neil here. Okay, so now where to assign this? Okay, so FIAPM already captured this, so somewhere we need to assign this sso dot this session dot logon dot last username to this particular new SSO variable. Okay, or the parameter. The value will be Nil at the end because FI already stored in this particular session variable. Okay, so now we will see where to assign this. So for this also, okay, other things what are here. Okay, so start URI. So this is the login page. Okay, which APM the OVA gives. Okay, so this is a URL for that. So this is the template which is given by FI already. So this is a URL for that. If you have any your custom applications for that logon page, you can mention the URI here. Okay, the method of the posting the I mean we need to post, we are posting the credentials through form method post. Okay, not through get. So the method is here is post. Okay, so the form action. So now where you are posting this, the post is happening on particular URI. Okay, so this is the URI for that. Actually this is a library, okay, which deals with the authentication in OAuth for form based. So for OAuth 2012 or 16, I guess this value will change, the URI will change. Okay, so you can find any KB article. Okay, for this particular for that particular I mean the version. So this you can change according to the KB article. Okay, and we are posting username and a password on that form. Okay, so let's see now how we can assign this session dot last logon dot last username on this particular new parameter. Okay, so we need to go to policies. Okay, edit it. So here we have got area authentication. Okay, so here we need to add one thing. What it is? It is the SSO credential mapping. Okay, so we need to go to assignment. So here we need to select SSO credential mapping. Okay, add item. So here if you see, so SSO token username. So this is this particular value, or the parameter is this one. Okay, this is the parameter which is representing here. Okay, SSO token username. Now what is the value for that is session dot, if you see here, the default value from username page is session dot logon dot last username. So this one. Okay, so with this particular mapping, it is taken care all the mapping of the username till this SSO uh, particular parameter. Okay, so we can just save it because we have default values, the username and the password. Okay, so we can save it. Okay, and apply it. So I guess our config is fine. uh, Only one thing. Okay, let's go back to our APM policy, this one. So we created a single sign-on form, but we did not apply to our access policy or the profile. Okay, so we need to select or edit it. Okay, you need to go to SSO, okay, and select the form that we created, okay. So and update. So on this access policy we applied the form, okay, and in this we edited the access policy again, and we added the mapping here so that the username and password mapping taken care for that form, okay. So now our config is fine, so hopefully it should work, okay. So let's go back to our remote PC and we can test it, okay. So let me sign out. Okay, let me open new private window, close this one, okay, and let's create the existing sessions on F5 better. So let me go back to F5. So we can kill the session. Okay, so go back to remote PC. So let's access our, okay, so we should get a login page from APM. Yes, so put the username. So once we enter, okay, or once you log on, it should directly show the mailbox of the user, okay, if our config is okay. So let's see. Okay, great. See, the single sign-on worked, okay. So we only authenticated once with AD, and F5 used that AD credentials to post that values on OVA, okay, OVA logon page. So we can access our mailbox, okay, with single sign-on. So it's successful, okay. So now I'll tell you a couple of additions here, okay. If you sign out, okay, from this particular OVA, so let's see, let it sign out completely. Okay, okay, the sign off is done, okay. So if you go back to F5, see our session is still there. So this should not happen ideally, okay. If we sign off from OVA, okay, he should, F5 should, APM should close the session, okay. So to do that, there is small configuration changes here, okay. So I'll show you. Go back to our remote PC. So you need to copy the log of URI, okay. So this is the URI, okay. So what we are telling F5 is, whenever you see that log of URI in the URL, okay, why you don't apply the policy? Let's check it, okay. So let's close all the sessions. We'll test it again, okay. Hopefully it should be fine. Go back to remote PC. Let me open new fresh session, okay, and close existing sessions. Okay, there's no session, okay. So let's log in again. On Galaxy, it's because I have another lab for Galaxy. Okay, so his name is Neil and the password. So ideally we should see the mailbox again. Yeah, so it's working fine, okay. So our config is fine, okay. So now let me sign out. It is taking time. Okay, so once you sign off, if you go back to FI, okay, the user session is still there. Okay, so we need to tell FI. Okay, so because we need to close the session, we don't need the session open. Okay, because it should automatically close once we log off from APM. Okay, or the OA. Okay, so let's go back to remote PC. So we need to tell FI whenever you see this log off URI in the URL or the URI pattern. Okay, you should close the session. Okay, so we need to go to policies, APM. So if you see here, there is a logout URI include. Okay, so you need to add it here. Okay, so click add and update. Okay, and apply the policy. Whenever you change, you need to apply the policy. Okay, it will show here. So now we applied the config. Okay, so let's test again. Okay, let me close. Let me open another browser. Okay, okay, so let's access. So once you access the page, okay, you'll see here the session is there, but it is not full session. Okay, so it is like the session is still going on. Okay, so you go back, so mention the username. Okay, so we logged in now. Okay, now let's sign out. It's a little slow. Okay, so now we logged off. So let's see the session on FI. Ideally, it should close the session. Okay. Okay. Still, okay. See, now this is the old session. Okay, the session with 4C. Okay, the session ID with 4C, it got closed. So this is the old session. Okay, the for earlier one. Okay, so let me kill it. So the new session got closed. Okay, so this is how we need to tell FI to close the session. Okay, so I guess our config is done now. So just last thing I'll show you quickly how we can customize the login page. Okay, so go to profiles, go to customization, quick basic. So we need to select the APM. Okay, the one we created. Okay, so now if you have saw on the login page, there is one FI logo. Okay, so you can upload the new image, you can change the logo. Okay, then I guess this is the old thing. Okay, let me check it. What is the name of OIPM only? Let me customize that. Because I had one more APM earlier, so I guess it's showing that. Okay, so let's see what is coming on our login page. Okay, there is something on this. Why it's showing? I don't know, because I had some old config. Okay, so that's why it's showing maybe. So you can customize things here. Okay, for example, let me try to edit. Let's see if it is coming there. Okay, so this sec ops tools networks. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, so now we'll change the stripe color to suppose different color. Okay, then header background color will make it red. Form background color, let's make some other color. Okay, text color, let's change it to some other color. Okay, let's save it and let's see if it is applied, because this is I guess some old config is there. Okay, so it is showing that. So go to profiles, apply. So if he's taking that particular setting, so we should see here the new colors. Still it's showing not applied. Okay, yeah, it's applied. So let's go back to remote PC. Let me refresh. Okay, so it's not coming. So I guess if we make um, the APM policy with new name, we can do that. Okay, the customization, because the earlier APM policy was with the same name, so it is taking that only. Okay, or let's see if we can do something. Uh, we can edit the name, or we cannot. Okay, so it's fine. I mean, you got that right. The customization we can do in this particular tab. Okay, so I guess our config is working fine. Okay, so you can try it and let me know if any issues. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, thank you so much.